Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Wednesday, Hump Day, February 26, 2020. I want to bring you an update pertaining to missing baby girl Evelyn Mae Boswell out of Sullivan County, Tennessee. The said information is brought to you by Bristol Herald Courier. Mother of missing toddler arrested, but search continues. The mother of a missing Bluntful toddler was arrested late Tuesday after investigators said she provided conflicting statements. Maggie Boswell, 18, has been charged with filing a false report, according to the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Last week, the Sheriff's Office received a Tennessee Department of Children's Services referral in reference to 15-month-old Evelyn Mae Boswell, who had not been seen by family members in about 2 months. During the investigation, Megan Boswell provided detectives and agents with a number of conflicting statements, the sheriff's office said in a news release. Further investigation revealed that some of the information provided was false, the release adds. Megan Boswell was taken into custody and is being held in the Sullivan County Jail on $25,000 bail. She had been at the sheriff's office most of the day. The sheriff's office said detectives continue to work alongside the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the FBI in an effort to locate Evelyn. Megan Boswell's grandfather, David Jones, 68, told the Bristol Herald Courier on Tuesday that he thinks she has more information than she's shared about Evelyn's disappearance. When they do find out the truth, Megan will be at the bottom of it, Jones said. And he said he saw Megan Boswell and her former boyfriend give his daughter Angela Boswell, the child's grandmother, a car as a gift earlier this month. Angela Boswell and her boyfriend, William McLeod, were charged last week with stealing the same vehicle, which was sought in connection to last week's Amber Alert for 15-month-old Evelyn. The last time we saw Evelyn was about a week before Thanksgiving, Jones said in an interview on his front porch in a mobile home park near Kingsport. Jones lives with his wife, Wanda, 69. Jones' daughter, Angela Boswell, 42, was charged last week with theft over $2,500. She and McLeod, 33, were arrested in Wilkes County, North Carolina on Friday, and they both waived extradition Monday. Boswell was transferred across the state border to the Sullivan County Jail Monday night, and she also has a violation of probation warrant out of Kingsport. Boswell and McLeod were taken into custody after they were found driving a 2007 BMW, which became part of the search into Evelyn's disappearance when authorities announced they wanted to question the vehicle's occupants for information about the toddler's whereabouts. Neither Boswell nor McLeod have been charged in connection with the child's disappearance. Evelyn has not been seen since December, but she was not officially reported missing to police until last week. An affidavit filed in Bristol General Sessions Court on February 21st by Detective Robert Clemens of the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office states that a woman named Melissa Wood reported that Angela Boswell stole a 2007 BMW. Megan Boswell, who was Angela Boswell's daughter and Evelyn's mother, was buying the vehicle from Wood, but no purchase agreement had been finalized and no money had changed hands, according to the affidavit. Megan Boswell was purchasing the vehicle for her mother, the affidavit states, but Wood was unable to make contact with Angela, and the car had not been returned. Although authorities charged Angela Boswell with theft, Jones said he saw Megan Boswell and her boyfriend at the time, Hunter Wood, give the vehicle in question to Angela Boswell at his home in recent weeks. They pulled the car up in the yard, shut it off, it wouldn't start. They asked me to come out and see if I could help them get it started, which I did, Jones said. Jones said Hunter Wood told Angela Boswell that they would put the title in her name within a few days. Okay, so they're saying Jones said Hunter Wood told Angela Boswell that they will put the title in her name within a few days. Okay. Angela Boswell lived with her parents for about 2 weeks earlier this month, Jones said. Megan Boswell and Wood visited her mother almost daily at his home, he added. Megan Boswell told a local TV station Monday that her mother, Angela, had taken Evelyn to a campground in Mendota and that Angela Boswell threatened her to stay silent. But Jones questioned the validity of the claim that her mother took the child, given that they were frequently in contact at his home. They were hanging with my daughter every day for 2 weeks. Why would you hang with somebody that took your child, he said, referring to his granddaughter and Wood. Before her arrest, Megan Boswell had not returned inquiries about the case from the Bristol Herald Courier. Okay. For his part, Hunter Wood clarified Tuesday that he is Boswell's ex-boyfriend, but didn't offer specific comments on the case when approached by a reporter Tuesday afternoon. I can't talk to anybody, he said. It was not immediately clear Tuesday whether Hunter Wood is related to Melissa Wood, the woman named as the victim as the reported car theft in the court filing. Jones cautioned that he could only speak to what he personally witnessed, but said he doesn't think his granddaughter was honest about what happened to Evelyn. Asked about his own contact with Evelyn, Jones said he and his wife only saw the baby twice since she was born. His wife kept asking Megan to bring Evelyn over, and she just never would, he said. Sullivan County Sheriff's Office Captain Andy Sebo confirmed Tuesday that upon receiving a tip that the child was taken to Mendota, the agency immediately made contact with the Washington County Sheriff's Office and the U.S. Marshals. Both agencies checked every campground in Mendota and did not locate anything, Sebo said. She made the claim during an interview with local media that the child was in a camper in Mendota, Virginia, Sebo said. Megan stated in her interview that the TBI would not take her seriously, that she had been telling them to check. We also received a tip prior to her interview stating that the child was in a camper at a campground in Mendota. Sebo said the claim that authorities would not address the tip is absurd. From the beginning, our main goal has been to locate Evelyn, Sebo said. Although Megan's story has changed multiple times, we have continued to work with her and try to obtain information from her that will lead to finding Evelyn. Multiple members of the Boswell family, as well as Angela Boswell's boyfriend, William McLeod, have had run-ins with the law, according to bail bond documents shared with the Bristol Herald Courier. Angela Boswell has been a repeated client at A. Hood Bonding, a bail bonds company based in Kingsport. Bonding records show that the woman posted bail for 2 charges of improperly restraining a child between the ages of 4 and 8 in a car, 1 charge of leaving a child unattended in a car, 4 counts of failing to appear in court, 1 count of driving with a suspended license, and 1 count of driving a vehicle with expired registration. According to Sullivan County court records, Boswell pleaded guilty to the improper safety restraint charges, driving with a suspended license, and violation of probation. You're dealing with a hardened criminal, somebody who has been in the system their whole adult life, said John Reed, an A. Hood employee of Angela Boswell. Reed said he has served the bonding documents for Boswell several times. McLeod has also a history of violence, according to documents and interviews with A. Hood staff. A June 2019 bonding document shows that McLeod posted bail for a charge of aggravated assault. The assault was against his ex-girlfriend, who is the mother of McLeod's 2 young sons, according to an A. Hood employee, Derek Bishop. Bishop also said that McLeod contacted the company in December 2019 for help with posting bail for a different charge of aggravated assault. The TBI reported Tuesday that it has received more than 500 tips since the Amber Alert for Evelyn was issued last week. There have been no credible sightings, the TBI said in a statement. Agents and detectives continue to pursue leads in the case. Angela Boswell, who was arraigned by video Tuesday in Bristol General Sessions Court, is currently being held on a $5,000 bond on the theft charge, while McLeod remained in jail in North Carolina Tuesday. Anyone with information about Evelyn's whereabouts is asked to call 1-800-TBI-5. Oh, man. 9 minutes. And this said information is brought to you by the Bristol Herald Courier. So, let me say this before I start with my commentary. Excuse me. The sheriff of Sullivan County wants everyone to know to stop listening to rumors and commentary on Facebook because it is hindering their investigation, and I totally agree. Because different people spread different versions, stories, whatever, lies, whatever you want to call them, or what they think they know. And then people run with that and spread it to different people all over the world. And then other people watch it and look and assume that what they're reading is the truth. Now, some people may actually know these people, okay? friends with them, family, whatever. But the point still remains, like they said, FBI, they're not scrolling Facebook all day to see what you all are posting. So if you have a tip, said information, take it to them. And I concur. Because it's all these rumors get started. Then, of course, people like me who have a platform on YouTube, people start asking questions about this. Oh, did you hear it's this? I heard it was this. They said it's this person's car. It's this. As I tell you, I will bring you a source pertaining to any information. Every blue moon, I might throw out an alleged rumor. But as you see, when you do that, still, it just hypes up the situation. Now on with the commentary. This Mr. Jones, Angela Boswell's father, is stating Megan her and Hunter Wood hung out with the mother for about 2 weeks at his home. But the interesting part is I didn't hear him say if the baby was with him. The fact that the car was on his property, he went out to help them try to start the car or see what was wrong with the car. That was early February. That is a pivotal piece of information, because we are to assume at the time that the car just popped up on the scene the week that the child goes missing, and then Angela and Mr. McLeod flee to North Carolina in this said car. Stolen car, mind you. But now we hear the grandfather saying the car's been in play weeks beforehand, before the child was reported missing. So those are some pivotal pieces of information, because now what you have to ask yourself is, what is Hunter Wood's part? He knew about the transaction of the car, obviously. The car was at this said grandfather's house before the child was reported missing and before the mother filed a report. Hunter Wood and Megan were hanging out with Angela Boswell, so obviously they were on speaking terms before the alleged report was done. Well, allegedly, they were together hanging, is what he is saying. But as I state, I didn't hear him mention that the baby was hanging out with them. Because you have to remember, and this is key, what I'm getting ready to say, Megan Boswell has claimed first it was a sitter she left the baby with. Then she claimed that the mother was the sitter of the child. So as you see in this statement, you don't hear any mention of the child being in the company of Angela Boswell or Megan Boswell. So when she was hanging with her mother, her and Hunter Wood, over here at the grandfather's house, allegedly, where was Evelyn Boswell? You also hear that they have run-ins with the law, suspended license, leaving a child unattended in a car. That's not good, especially when now we have a case of a missing baby. Do I think Angela Boswell has anything to do with this case? I don't know. After hearing this information, I don't know what to think. But as I state, somebody eventually was going to bring some said information to help this case along. And what he said, if we are to believe Mr. Jones is telling the truth, that these people were hanging around each other the 1st of February. All three. Megan, the boyfriend, and Angela Boswell. But no mention of a child. Then all of a sudden, why is the car being reported stolen the 3rd week of the month when allegedly Angela and her mother had this car around the 1st of February? Come on with it. Now, unless Mr. Jones is lying, something stinks royally to high heaven. And let me put this bug in your ear. Could it be that Hunter Wood, his mother Melissa Wood, if we are to believe Miss Melissa Wood is his mother, because this article still won't state that Miss Wood is his mother, but you all are assuming that it is, because you're listening to what Facebook is saying. Don't you find it odd the car is reported stolen by this Melissa Wood right around the time the Amber Alert is issued, but the father lets you know the car was already in their possession before the Amber Alert? So did somebody get shaky, jakey, scared and say, okay, they're reporting a baby missing. They got our car. Well, we better get that car back. You see, Big Ange don't miss nothing. I listen to everything people say after mouth. See, a lot of you all don't be paying attention to. I bring you this information, and you'll still ask me something about the storyline that I've repeated inside of the said story with a source. So this is why I keep telling everybody, you have to listen to the videos. And that's why I tell you all to go verify any said information by a news source. So that way there will be no misunderstanding. Something is foul here, as I have stated before. And now with this new testimony from the grandfather, this car was already in their possession before the Amber Alert went out, before Megan Boswell filed the missing persons report on her child. Where is this baby? I haven't a clue, but it does not look good at all. Now, Angela Boswell is still in jail. Her bond's revoked. William McLeod is on his way back to the state of Tennessee. And Megan is currently in jail for filing a false report. And I also think she should be charged with the theft of the car as well. Because now you see the grandfather is saying all three of them were at his house with that car. Knowledge of the car. And as I state to you, don't you find it strange now, if we are to believe this man, that the car only gets reported stolen right around the time the Amber Alert is issued. So why are you just now filing a report, Miss Wood, about the car being stolen when you allegedly set up an agreement with Miss Megan for her to purchase the car? Why didn't you do an even exchange weeks ago? Why is it only now an Amber Alert has been issued, you file a claim that the car was stolen? Nothing is adding up. This girl has set up so many lies about a babysitter, then her mother being the sitter, then the mother being at a campground in Medota with the child. The authorities go there, no sight of a child, no said information of a child, nothing. And I told you all yesterday in my video that I believe the FBI, TBI, and the Sheriff's Department are tired of her, and they have let this child know they're done with her lies and stories, and they're letting her know. And that's why she was at the Sheriff's office all day yesterday and then gets arrested. Because I guess they wanted to recap everything before putting the handcuffs on her. This is a riveting tale indeed. Baffling tale. Because now, trying to figure out where is this child, because it's not looking good for Miss Evelyn Mae Boswell. And I pray that these people stay in jail until, as Shawnee V would say, start pulling the teeth out till somebody talks. You got that right. Dre, I want to thank you for alerting me to this Bristol newspaper. I appreciate the tip. I really appreciate the tip, and I'm glad I saw that article, and I wanted to bring it to you all as quick as I could to get the said information out there, give you all something to ponder on. But as the sheriff states, you have got to stop listening to rhetoric on Facebook because it hinders their investigation. And I understand there are people who are concerned about the case, but you cannot believe everything people say on social media, because a lot of people are just passing what somebody else said. It's not the spoken word. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I am truthfully baffled. And as I stated before, days ago, dancing clowns, jumping out of clowns jumping out of cars. It's just Wednesday. So I must know what I'm talking about, because it is Wednesday, and now Angela Boswell, bonds revoked, Megan has been arrested, and now the grandfather, Angela Boswell's father, is speaking that these people have been around each other. The car was in their possession way before the Amber Alert. And why would she be accusing this same person of stealing her kid, taking her kid, and be hanging around her? But another thing I found interesting is that this man said he and his wife have only seen the child 2 times since she was born. So she would have only been, what, 13 months? Last seen in December. 12 months around Thanksgiving. And he's only seen her 2 times. So why is that? Maybe this isn't a happy, cushy family on either side. Megan claims to have a good bond with her grandmother. I don't know which grandmother that is. Maybe this is her father's mother, stepmother, I don't know. But it still seems grainy and sketchy, this entire case. And now you see she obviously doesn't have much dealing with her mother's father. Now, perhaps she was talking about her mother's mother. I don't know. We will see. When I get to said information, I will bring you another update. Like and share, subscribe. Thanks for joining me. And until the next update, this is Everyday Shenanigans. Sending prayers out from Miss Evelyn Mae Boswell. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.